Hey everyone, Vinny here with G Level. Welcome back. So I know I've been gone for a little bit, but I was picking up things, learning things, just doing what was needed to get to where I wanted to get mindset wise. So I want to talk to you a little bit about what I've been doing. First, as you can see, I am at a G Level 4 now. Very excited for that. And I did that by doing karaoke. So the main things that I'm doing as far as increasing my G level and what G level is about is stepping out of your comfort zone and just doing things that are really uncomfortable, doing things that you may have wanted to do but have never done, and not following that same pattern, kind of breaking that pattern. So I did do karaoke for the first time. I will show you a couple of clips real quick with doing karaoke with my nieces and also my cousins.
Toss, check my nails. Baby, how you feel? Feeling good as hell. Ooh, child, tired of the bullshit. Don't get your shoulders off. Keep it moving, yeah, slow. Need advice, let me simplify. We don't love you anymore. Then walk your fine ass out the door. I do my hair toss, check my nails. Baby, how you feel? Feeling good as hell. Because you know I'm all about that bass, no trouble. I'm all about that bass, no trouble. I'm all about that bass, no trouble. I'm all about that bass.
So, not the best, but I did it, so I don't care. So that's what brought me to a G Level 4. Very excited about what I'm going to do next and how I'm going to step out of my comfort zone to reach a G Level 5. And the next thing I want to talk about is what I've done, some of the steps I've done. I know a couple episodes ago I talked about anxiety, about depression, just some things that I was going through in my life, going through mentally, and really kind of putting myself through. So I started subscribing to Impact Theory University. Very amazing. It's with Tom Bilyeu, and he gives you steps to get into or out of a certain mindset, and it has been phenomenal. Since then, I've taken on or begun to take on a new identity of the learner, and it's been amazing. So I'm finding that I can learn something from anybody. Before, I didn't think that. I thought I had to, be in front of somebody, whether it's at a job or, outside, somebody who's where I want to be. Those are great people to learn from, but I realize I can learn from anybody. A great example is my 16-year-old niece. We were in the car driving, and she sensed that I was, kind of going through some stuff mentally and just wasn't myself, and we just started talking, and she just started dropping knowledge on me. And it was pretty amazing because before I would have never thought that I could learn something, from someone so much younger than me. So when she started talking, she started saying it, and just making so much sense. I was like, man, I never thought about it like that. It was very eye-opening. It was a great experience, and me and her had some great conversations driving. So shout out to Lydia and Angelina when you weren't sleeping. It was fun. And so taking on that new identity has taught me that. So I have been applying that everywhere I go. And I had the opportunity to see my family, visit my family, spend some time around them. And I just started picking everyone's brain. I started being more of a listener and talking less, and sat down with my uncles and really asked them questions of where I want to go and how they got to where they are. I noticed that each one of them had, and even my aunts, but my aunts are a little bit easier to read. They're kind of like my mother, so they're a little bit easier to read, but my uncles are a lot more quiet and just kind of sit back most of the time. So I was able to sit them down or kind of pull them to the side and ask them, those certain attributes in life or those certain characteristics that they possessed that I want to possess. I just kind of dove into a little bit how they do that and what their state of mind is. What are they thinking? How are they overcoming these things? So that was very helpful and helped me move past some barriers and some hurdles that I felt like I was at in my life at that time. One of the main things I took away as well, something that I feel like I've always had inside me, but I never really put out there and never really kind of saw it as, my core kind of I don't know if it's moral or just kind of the core of me. It's something that my mom embedded in me since I was little, and that's to care about people. No matter where I'm at, whether it's a job, whether it's softball, whether it's just kind of at Walmart, you have a different feeling when you care about people. You have a different feeling when you see somebody that's not smiling. You smile at them and they smile back. So I realize that what makes me happy and what kind of fills me is to show love and to care for other people. So that is what I want to build G Level around. It's not just about me and my journey. It's about how I can help other people. How I can find my why and find my true identity to be happy. Because I had the privilege of meeting with somebody recently that's very successful. And by successful, I don't just mean monetarily. He's a multimillionaire. He's built an empire, which is great, very impressive. However, the thing that most impressed me about him is his morals, is his integrity. It's that he gives back. All the stuff that he has, and he works still every day for a charity that is very, very, dear to his heart. And I find that fascinating, to be honest with you, because I always think, man, if when I'm at that level of millions of dollars, I'm just gonna kind of relax and enjoy life. And he is doing no such thing. He is enjoying life, but he still wakes up every day and still does, something that benefits others. And it's just amazing to kind of see somebody and be able to spend time with somebody, of that caliber and of that mindset. So it did allow me to take a lot from it. The main thing that I took from that, aside from a lot of other things, is I need to find my why. Right now, where I am at my journey, I'm getting to the realization that to be where I want to be, to help the people that I want to help, I am going to need to overcome some crazy obstacles. I'm going to need to push harder when I don't feel like working at all. I'm going to need to get up when I feel like sleeping and really continue this pattern of what G Level is and pushing myself out of my comfort zone. And that's why G Level means so much to me. It's not necessarily about me and my journey right now. It's about showing people that on this journey, I want to help people as much as possible. I want people to see that even though we all go through things, we all will have times of anxiety, of depression, of failure, of setback. But it's about how we overcome it. And it's about what we do to build ourselves up and just keep pushing. And I feel like having a why is going to be the main thing that's going to push me, because on those days where I don't feel like waking up early, on those days where I don't feel like going to the gym, where I don't feel like working, those are the days that are going to matter more than the other ones. Anybody can do something when they feel like doing it. My goal is to do it when I don't feel like doing it and still give 100%. So I love that. I love the idea. I've been working. I've been meditating every morning and just, thinking, okay, well, what is my why? What matters to me? And I just start bringing everything in from family to my goals to what I want in life. And I'm forming that now and forming what matters to me now. I also, like I said, impact theory, always been a big help. Watching Simon Sinek videos as well, reading books. I just started reading with my nephew Cameron. I just started reading a book called The Warrior Kid by Jocko Willink. And it's actually a really good book. Yes, it may be a kid's book, but I don't care. It's a good book, and I'm getting a lot from it. So that's just kind of where I'm at right now. And the last thing I want to talk about is something else that I keep hearing and I keep thinking, and that's being around the right people. So I love my friends. They're all great people. They've been with me, for as far back as I can remember. So I'll always have that core group of friends. But when I think about who I want to be around the most, who I want to spend the most time with, the most energy, it's people that are kind of going in the same direction as me. And even though I have friends that have been friends forever, that I love, that I care about, that doesn't mean that they have the same dreams as me. It doesn't mean they have the same passions as me. And that doesn't mean that they want to go down the same road as me. And that's okay. It's okay to have people in my life that aren't going the same direction as me, without affecting that friendship or without, never talking to them again or being extreme. So what I'm doing now is I'm reaching out and, looking at a new network. I want to find people that are on a similar path, that have a similar mindset, similar drives, just so we can kind of feed off each other. And also I can learn a lot from people that may be a little bit further down that path. or even may have been not as far as I am, but they picked up something else along the way that I missed. So to me, it's very important for me to surround myself around the right people at all times. So that's what I've been doing. I've been, looking for those people and talking to everybody and just kind of, seeing where I can find that. Whether it's meetup groups, whether it's like, outside of Publix, you never really know about people until you talk to them and get to know them. And it's a great feeling to get to know people and kind of share any type of connection. So that's where I'm at now. Just wanted to update you guys because, like I said, I know it's been a little bit. So thank you for your patience, and I'm gonna kind of keep following the journey. I'm going to keep updating you guys. When I have something of value, or when I encounter failure, or when I encounter something that I can share with you guys. As of now, though, like I said, G level 4. Very excited about what is going to push me out of my comfort zone to get me to a G level 5. And then, as you can see, I also still have a couple of goals up here that I am working towards. I did get an amazing goal worksheet that I'm going to fill out from my mentor, or one of my mentors, and I'm going to fill it out, and I'm going to start putting dates and times and hours and designating the time needed every week to reach these goals. And as you can see, I'm also starting to build, my code, my personal code of what I want to embody and what I'm going to chase after. So there's a few things that I have now. And then I'm also working on credit card debt. So a lot of people, when they talk to me or when they meet me, they probably think that, I'm not where I am right now. But I am. I am a regular person. I have credit card debt. I have bills. I have all the same problems everyone else has. And that's why I love sharing my journey and what I do. Because if I can do it, you can do it. So stay tuned. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe. Thank you again for checking me out. And as usual, you know the question, right? What's your G level? Have a good one, everyone.